Robin.
Yay.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, everybody. What is it, Tuesday?
Thank God it's Tuesday.
The day after our nice Memorial Day extended weekend.
You know, every once in a while we get a nice long 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
But the Memorial Day long 3-day weekend is a rough one to come back from. No matter what you do.
Because for the most part, it's an active weekend.
Oh, big time.
You're doing things. There are parties to be had, places to go. So it's not like one of those 3-day weekends where you're just kind of hanging around the house.
No.
Yeah. So it was...
and you push it, too.
You do push it.
I was pushing it.
And that Monday...
Meaning pushing it on a Sunday, by the way.
Yeah, on a Sunday.
Especially when the weather is really nice like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Why would you start your commute back home?
Yeah.
So you push it as long as you can, and then finally you start heading back toward the city.
That's the rough part. I was able to spend Sunday at home, which was good, because then I wake up Monday evening, pretty much I woke up.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. And
Party went into the early hours?
Yeah. I do remember walking up the stairs from the poker game, which ended the festivities, and it was that nice blue color outside,
nice.
And the birds were chirping and tweeting, and
that's 6 o'clock, by the way.
I went to bed. Yeah,
I know that. I know that time.
Went to bed, and I did wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning with, I guess, some railroad workers were driving spikes into my head. I don't know how they got there, what they're doing, but they were driving spikes in my head. So I went downstairs, I grabbed some Excedrin, and when I walked downstairs, my house looked like it had been ransacked.
Did you tweet that shit?
It was... no, because like I said, I had to get back to the railroad workers.
Oh, but that's the stuff I would love to see,
in
man.
bed. It was a disaster.
Did it look like The Hangover?
Hey, it looked like
after
the Hangover
their night
2.
of shenanigans.
Hangover 2, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just disaster.
Oh, man, you should have tweeted a picture of that. I would love to see that.
If that was, if I
should do a before and after next time.
Before and after would be good.
After one of these big parties.
Well, believe me, there'll probably be more opportunities during the summer. It was, I just went back up. I looked around. I just went like, oh, my God. And I just crawled back into bed until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, my God.
What time did you guys play cards
yesterday.
until?
Great.
What time did you guys play until?
I guess until 6 in the morning.
Wow.
And, yeah. And then I was done, spent. I just noticed as I walked upstairs, too, like, there were people asleep, passed out on the couches and floors and...
A flop house.
A flop house.
Turns into a flop house after one of your parties.
I know at one point Janine fell in the jacuzzi.
No, that's good, Janine.
She was like fully clothed. She walked out and just fell into the jacuzzi.
How do you fall into a jacuzzi?
And this is after she just broke a glass outside. She's looking around.
Oh,
she
boy.
is a disaster to have at a party.
What a drunk.
Oh, my God, what a drunk
Really?
she is.
I was in the jacuzzi when she fell into it. We're just chit-chatting.
Oh, boy.
And she just stands up, and I hear like, ooh.
She falls,
she fucking collapses into the jacuzzi. With all of her clothes on.
And before that, she was showing bruises on her knees and legs where she had fallen at previous parties. So it's like, all right, well, as long as you're having a good time.
I love Janine.
Oh, she was.
Thank God it wasn't.
She's out of her mind.
Thank God it wasn't the old Janine. You would have lost all the water in the jacuzzi.
I know the old Janine. Yeah, the water displacement would have been quite a bit.
Janine.
Well, she's lost quite a bit of weight and kept it off over the years.
I've always encouraged Janine, but I had to get one in there, didn't I?
Yes.
She looks great.
So she sent a text to me yesterday.
A sorry text?
Saying, no, it was actually, I think I left my sunglasses and my dignity in your yard. If you find either, please let me know.
Good.
I said, I found your sunglasses, dignity, not a chance. She goes, it's probably in the jacuzzi.
Yeah, I got an email from her. An apologizing email.
Apologizing. There's no apologies necessary at one of those parties because everybody is just, fucked up.
Was Jimmy the only sober one there?
Yeah, but I think Jimmy got a contact high.
Did you find any sober friends at Anthony's house?
I did. It was just degrees of blacked out.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
He had to go to the one person probably that wasn't as fucked up.
Right.
Hold
on.
Yeah, he was having a nice chat with Melinda for a while, and she doesn't have to be drunk to be fucked up because she's a psychopath.
She's truly nuts. But I literally have never talked to her in 11 years that I've known her. That's the longest chat I've ever had.
You've never talked to her?
I've talked to her hi and bye. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
That's the only conversation I've ever had with her.
She's hilarious.
She's very funny.
I'm fucking bummed.
She's batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, she's hilarious. She was over there with her boyfriend Wally, and then you know, we had people come over. A lot of food. It was good.
Well,
I'm trying to find the apology. I'm gonna log
the apology is great.
I got to hear the apology.
Lots of burgers. Mike the cop, gotta say thanks to him because he ran the grill the whole night, and it was great.
Oh, good.
He did a good job on all that, the steaks and chicken and stuff. And it was my brother came by with a small little system, set it up in the fire pit area, and did some acoustic tunes. So we were all warbling at like 1 in the morning.
Oh, what do the neighbors think?
Fuck the neighbors.
You got a nice big house, but the neighbors are a bit close.
Well,
for that crap.
I think the neighbors.
Do you invite the neighbors? Do you do that old gag?
No.
You don't do that old gag? Like, come on over?
No, I don't think they fit in.
But
I've met the neighbors, but they don't seem the type.
But they wouldn't come over. But at least they would feel like, okay, we could be part of this.
They might. And they might put a damper on there because there are. As I look around the yard, as the party's going on, I know any joke or racial epithet, a remark can be blurted out with nary a worry that anyone's going to be offended. Mm-hmm. So if the neighbors come over, there's kind of a group that I might not be able to touch on. You know,
they must hate you.
They were playing till way after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Way after.
It's way after.
Here's my apology email.
Oh, cool.
Here's the subject. Fucking ew.
That's Janine.
I was worse than my usual clumsy boob of a self last night. I started off the day in a terrible mood and should not have drank that way. I know I annoyed you in the hot tub. Feel like an asshole. I am sorry.
Aww.
She was literally sitting an inch from my face in the hot tub. She was drunk.
What, face to face?
No, I was. Who was it? I was in.
No, I would imagine
there was like 3 of us or 4 of us in the tub.
Yeah,
and it just kept getting narrower and narrower because at one point I'm sitting there. Janine falls in. She's an inch away from me, and. Who was on my... I know Melinda was there, but I don't think she was directly on my right. There was...
it had shifted around a few times depending on who was in there. Joe Curry was in there.
Joe Curry was fine. Joe Curry was Joe Curry.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that got in? I don't know his name.
Oh, it might have been Vin?
I don't know his name. But he was just... He's just a big man.
Oh, it wasn't him then.
And he just... No, not him. I know him.
Yeah.
And
obnoxious poker guy.
I like a certain amount of space, and it's fun for me to watch when women and
see that body of yours.
No. That's
I was just trying to.
No. You can't even tell in the tub because they're going to get wet seeing it, but you can never.
Do you? So you break out the swim trunks, Jimmy?
Oh, I don't care. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
But it's fun for me to watch when a man is sitting close to a woman and they are slowly getting creeped out and moving away. And it's an amazing dance to watch.
Yeah.
When a guy is trying to touch someone, not sexually, not grab her tits, or nothing that extreme, but just little foot bumps and things that you know that they don't want.
Right.
And then at one point, they have to just get up and move.
Yes, the jacuzzi's very secretive. Under the bubbles, you don't know what's going on.
Oh,
boy.
It's crazy.
At one point, she had to get up and move.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
It was kind of funny.
Well, you know, you do get some of that going on. I don't know how that happens.
What time you get out of there, Jimmy?
I left at... I want to say 3-something. I went down and watched them play poker for a few, and I debated it, but I'm like, I don't know how to play. There's a few people I don't know. I was like, I was having a spatial thing. Like, I can't have my fucking... Like, I get crazy when someone is my spaces, and I get fucking.
Yeah.
It does something to me. Like it makes me want to scream and scratch my face. I can't.
Yeah, there are you know, certain
If I don't know people, I get fucking very weird.
certain couple of people that are a little on the periphery.
I get very weird
of invitations and you know, people show up and things.
Yeah, it's like when you're having a nice chat about something and somebody comes over and begins talking about something totally.
Yeah.
Just
different.
total nonsense.
Totally different. And you're like, do you not notice that we're not engaged in this? We're both zoned out like fucking, we're children and you're molesting us. Do you not notice that? I'm looking at the house.
But it makes it worse that you're not drunk.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot worse when you're the sober
Everything's
guy.
worse when you're sober. At my house, everything's worse when you're sober.
It was fun, though. I had a great time. It was a very
we had a
fun
great time. Yeah.
But it was like, you know, there's just certain elements that I get fucking drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I can't. And maybe if I was drunk, it wouldn't bother me.
I know what you mean.
Was it career stuff they wanted to talk about when you were into some other conversation?
No.
It's just Budinsky conversation.
We were talking about
Tranny?
poker. No, that would have been great. I'd talk about trannies till the cows came home, as it were. But we were talking about poker and the addictive nature of it and how I don't gamble. And I was asked, Melinda asked me, do you want to play poker?
Oh.
And I'm like, no, here's why. I'm too compulsive. But we got into that whole thing. I don't trust myself. And then somebody comes over and starts talking about, like, you know, gets the gist of what we're talking about, and then starts talking about how he's afraid to behave a certain way sexually because he doesn't want to be compulsive sexually.
What?
And it was kind of bizarre. And at one point,
What do you mean? Can you blow? I don't want to blow up anyone's spot,
it wasn't
but what
like
point?
he didn't say anything. Like he didn't say anything.
No,
that
it's
was,
just right on the periphery of creepy.
Right.
It was like, and
But it's your house.
At one point, I
Yeah,
actually,
but you know, that's when people come over.
and he was.
Is it getting easier and easier to get in your house? I'm starting to think.
No, but I keep it pretty tight. But sometimes,
Every once in a while, one gets through.
and then you get a little booze flowing, and some people that normally are all right get over the line a little bit. And
It was uncomfortable, and literally, I was staring at the neighbor's house, and she was looking straight up, and that's when I was like, "Do you not know?" At one point, I go, "This is a 20-minute dissertation on your loads."
And then, don't need that.
So
I wasn't angry. I was just like, I didn't know what to say to it.
Obviously, the guy can't read body language.
No.
You got to be able to read body language if you're out and about. And if you realize people are looking up or away or turning their body slightly, they don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
And you should politely remove yourself from the situation.
But it wasn't that it was this in-depth,
Sorry,
amazing. But it wasn't an amazing conversation.
Trashing this guy, I don't even know.
It was a gambling chat. But for it to have gone like.
To go there.
And we don't know each other that well.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was somebody I know.
Yeah, it was odd.
For 10 years.
At one point, Melissa, like, I was kind of looking around. I go, oh, where'd Melissa go? So I go upstairs, and she's just in bed, like, with the covers over her. And I went, you feel okay? Anything? She goes, I just had to get out of there for a little while. She goes, I just can't talk to people.
How many people were there?
Like that, I don't know. At any given moment, some people, more people were showing up, but it wasn't one of these giant, out of control, lots of crowd. But it was, there were a few people there. It was pretty good. But it was just like, what the? She goes, no, I'll be down a little later. I'm taking a nap. Yeah, you got to take a little breather from it, and we had a great time. It was a lot of fun and everything. But
there's got to be a better screening process.
Got to be more of a monkey wrench.
Oh, Jimmy's saying it.
Yeah,
a little bit, huh?
Whatever.
Yeah,
that's how. Maybe I shouldn't put the invite out on Twitter.
Yeah,
He's
such a nice dude. He doesn't want to toss people out.
But I do have the Twitter invite. And it says you know who you are.
But some of those people assume they know who they are.
I think that's
what
Jimmy's
getting at.
Yeah.
And then you're too nice to go,
You're not.
I think that might be what happens sometimes.
I gotta ask Jimmy, do you get the itch when you're in a party situation like that?
No, but I did when I got home.
You want to smoke or something?
No. I had a smoking and drinking dream when I got home.
Oh,
I haven't had one of those
Wow.
years, though.
But of course.
A long time.
Yeah, everyone's smoking and
But
drinking.
what made me think of... Sorry. I saw a photo.
No, Janine, it's not you. She's just horrified. I've been watching her video here, her live feed, and she just has her face planted in her hands in complete and utter embarrassment.
She probably fell into them. She wasn't. No, I'm not talking about Janine.
Could you tell her that she's not allowed to hold my son anymore after this conversation?
Or make her blow into a tube first. Make sure she's fucking sober.
We run into her every once in a while at the Walt Whitman Mall.
Literally, does she run into you? She's done that with the columns at my house too. By the way, she just walks straight into them.
For now on, she doesn't hold my son. I'm sorry. You could admire from afar for a while. Sounds like this Janine has some problems now.
She just needs a breathalyzer around at all times.
Come on, it was
hilarious.
But if you're at a big time party, of course you're going to dream about it when you get home.
Yeah, but I normally don't.
I had a smoking dream the other night where I wake up and I'm panicked, like, oh my god, I smoked. Oh wait, it was a dream. That's good.
I dreamt that I bought cigarettes, and I dreamt that I was drinking again, and telling myself, like, you're gonna be okay, you're fine. Like, I knew I fucked up, and I was like, no, it's good. I wish I could remember the circumstances, but it was after the something was said that made me think of it, or the pot. Something we were talking about that made me think of, like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to smoke pot or
smoke some weed.
Yeah, I don't remember what maybe it was watching everybody downstairs have a few drinks, or I just don't know. But I that's another reason too. It's like I stay for a while, but the pool is easy. But it's when everyone's around the table, that's more of a drinking.
It's all drinking. Like the basement's another thing, because you walk down the stairs to get beers for outside, and you realize like half the party is at the bar downstairs.
Oh, really?
So I walk in and everybody's drinking, and the Petrol Monaco's knocking some back, and you just look and go like, oh, okay, there's people down here too, and that's more of a just plain drinking. They're fucking down there with a bottle of Jameson, just doing shots, shots after shots, drinking down Guinness and Jameson, and then upstairs at the pool, it's more of a, just beers.
Just chilling.
And then there's the pool, so you can just, talk with people and float around on the little floaty mats.
It doesn't feel like a drinking atmosphere in the pool.
Yeah.
Or even when you're sitting at the tables eating or whatever. There's something about the basement late.
Pure. That's like a pure drinking.
And I can hang there.
It's a bar.
Yeah. But after a while,
you're in a bar.
I got to go back to the neighbors. What do they do? Do they ever call the cops?
Well, the Asian neighbors behind us are very nice, because they sacrifice up their semi-clad daughter to stand in the window, which was great last night. At one point, we all went, holy shit. Look in the window, and there's a giant picture window in the middle of the house, second floor, and there's the college-age daughter, just slamming body on her too, in her panties and bra, like hanging something on the wall.
She's gotta know.
And we're all just like, there's a loud party going on.
She's gotta know.
There's tiki torches lit, so the yard looks like it's on fire. Looks like there's been a napalm strike in my yard. And yeah, of course, there's music being played into all hours. And she's in the window, standing on something, reaching up, trying to hang something at 1:30 in the morning.
She wants to be invited to the party.
Maybe.
Should have knocked on that door.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to knock on that door.
How old is she?
Then we're going to get into the we hate driving conversation, and I can't talk about her.
Yeah, that would
that kind of.
Wow, she obviously knows.
That something's going on, because
Obviously
I've seen her completely naked in her bedroom window. That wasn't her bedroom. That was maybe another room that she
what do you
has.
mean completely naked?
I've seen her completely.
I know completely naked, but how does that happen?
Completely naked.
She just has all the shades and everything open?
Shades open. She's laying on her bed. Her bed comes above the bottom of the window. So she's laying on bed naked on her computer, right?
Right.
And this was a while ago. This wasn't last night. But me and Danny had a fight over the binoculars. And Danny got the custody of the binoculars. And I'm like, fuck. I had to break out my 50 cal with the scope and lean it on the kitchen island and use the scope to get magnification to look at her naked.
She like 18?
In the window. Yeah, she's college girl or some shit.
She pretty?
So, she had a nice ass, for
nice ass.
It's very difficult to find a really nice ass on that. It's usually
the entire continent has two.
Yeah. And,
she knows.
Obviously perky and everything.
She knows people are looking at her.
Maybe.
Come on, maybe.
Maybe, but I've seen her once playing like some kind of a volleyball thing in the backyard with some of her college friends, girls and stuff. But that was maybe a year ago, and now I never see her outside the house. She's never in the yard. She's never there. The only time I've seen her is semi-clad and nude in her window.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot.
So that's, that's a good neighbor to have. But the other neighbors on the other side, I don't think they'd be into the hijinks and shenanigans that go on at the house. They got kids. They
probably leave now every holiday weekend.
Mm.
They're probably getting the hell out of there.
Yeah. One of the neighbors, the one that years ago called the cops on me, the diagonal back neighbor, I think she was around during the day because I heard some classic rock they like to listen to over there. But after that, man, everyone just shut up. Their lights are all off. It's like they left town. They just batten down the hatches and wait it out.
Your fucking brother got me so hooked on a fucking song.
Oh, yeah,
Holy shit.
Yeah, my brother's been getting into these weird, like, old school Johnny Cash and that kind of, like, music from other artists and stuff. Just this weird kind of eclectic shit that'll do acoustically and stuff. And
what song was it?
God, I wish I could remember.
I remember it.
Oh, you do?
Is it a Johnny Cash song?
No. It's a song called Dirty Old Town.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, who sings that? And he's like, the Pogues.
Right.
Oh,
the
that's
Pogues.
why you were tweeting that.
Yes. Joe had played an acoustic.
I'm like, why is he talking about the Pogues all of a sudden?
And there's a
Pogues,
video.
That guy's teeth, wow.
I like the video. There's a video of them singing it at fucking Self-Aid. Let me see. I'll show you which one it is. I probably watched it. It had probably 10,000 views when I started. It's got over 600,000 now.
I don't know the Pogues.
I don't either.
That much.
It's weird. They're fucking hardcore, just fucking like, bleh. The guy's teeth are falling out of his head. He's just fucking a wreck.
Just go to YouTube and go to Dirty Old Town. It's a faster version than this.
No, I want to play this in a break when we're done here.
Yeah, it's the fucking
play the whole
guys,
fucking song. You never pick songs for the show.
It's the third one down.
Third one down. There
fucking mouth is.
All right, go with that one.
Fade
out that one.
He's a fucking horribly ugly man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen him?
No, I know what he looks like.
Teeth.
I've never seen him.
Really?
I was like, who is this guy?
Wow, look at all those fucking people.
A bunch of hooligans.
And there's one moment where there's an Irish couple dancing and like a fucking white people. We're terrible. Yeah. We're just horrible.
I'm at my love, but a cuss word swung.
This guy's teeth.
It's the greatest.
Dreams a dream by the old canal.
The canal.
I kiss my girl by the factory wall.
Factory.
Dirty old town. Dirty old town. Loads of dread.
Yeah, look at these dummies dancing. That is bad. They're all drunk, of course.
I saw browning on their feet.
There's 1 second in this video where he gets something in his throat and he moves his head and you can run.
Yeah, he's hacking and spitting.
Getting some nicotine out.
Yeah.
Dirty old town.
Shit though. The fucking Joe got me into
Dirty
this.
old
Yeah.
town.
God damn it, Joe.
You just turned me onto this now.
It's fucking great.
And the toodly-doo horn.
But look at he's smoking and drinking. They're all playing. He's not dancing like a fucking frontman. He's actually just smoking and drinking out of a fucking ale glass.
This guy's got a little toodly-doo piccolo thing.
And a cigarette behind his ear.
or joint behind his ear,
As
whatever
soon
it
as
is.
his little solo's done, he's going to light up.
He's gonna smoke.
These guys love cigarettes.
I think there's a woman on stage who I believe is Elvis Costello's wife. I could be wrong.
Really?
Yeah, because I looked her up because she's really cute.
Oh, right. She's the one that's like, you're thinking, what's she doing there?
From the docks.
Yeah.
Saw a train.
What a disaster.
Set the night on fire. Smell the spring.
You know what that microphone must smell like?
Horrendous.
On the
I was going to go with his breath. You can just see the bad breath.
Yeah, that
Which
girl.
is also
Dirty old town.
She's
from the 60s, huh?
girl.
Yeah, she's cute.
Dirty old
This is
town.
1986.
This video.
Gone on my.
Is this 25 years old?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Shining steel.
Oh, it's one of those aid contests. Concerts.
The self-aid.
Self-aid.
How about should be fucking tooth aid?
Of course it should be. American Dentistry Society. Oh, he's a mess. He's worse now, though. I was Googling videos of him.
Yeah, he's just fucked up.
What a stumble bum.
I want to see what he looks like now.
It's
I
bad.
heard he got new teeth.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wasn't that his thing?
Yeah, I
Shane
guess
McGowan.
so.
Shane McGowan, yeah.
McGowan?
I've heard of him, and I knew that was kind of a...
Kind of his what fucking thing? He's got a thing. They're horrid teeth.
Yeah, but they're worse now.
Pogues never had radio success, but always had a huge fan base.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've gotten them on the Boneyard requested. I don't know if I've played them, and now I certainly will.
You can tell they look like those fake teeth you put in if you want to scare people.
Right.
Yeah.
I fucking like that song.
That's
now.
great.
That's
Thanks,
a good
Jimmy.
one.
Yeah, I like that version of it better than the studio version.
That goes on my iTunes immediately.
My brother's fucking like ridiculous when it comes to playing. Like
It's great.
Anything he can play.
That's what he looks
Oh
like
my
now?
god, he looks like Lemmy a little from the nose up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that
Oh,
a
he's all
recent picture?
fat now. Look at him. Wow, what a disaster.
Yeah, he's a
Holy shit, he looks. He's got crazy eyes.
he's a hardcore drunk.
Damn, man.
How the fuck is he still alive? Look at this guy. Holy
He doesn't.
shit.
He looks just as bad, but completely different.
And you were wrong about the new teeth.
No,
he
I heard-
has no teeth.
Yeah.
I heard he's gotten new teeth.
Unless he got that very recently.
His chupas.
Wow.
Oh, he does look like Tippy Tom a little bit. Yeah,
little bit.
Man, yo, this nigga's talking about dirty old Tom.
Yeah, dirty old underpants.
Dirty old underpants.
They're pretty popular, the Pogues, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got one of those hardcore fucking followings. Yeah.
Timmy K writes, dirty old mouth, dirty old mouth.
It's a horrible,
Dude,
that is
his-
a horrible face.
Breath must be fucking...
Oh,
my
God. There's just a couple of... wow.
They
He
are-
looks like he has cigarette butts in his mouth. His teeth.
His teeth are just rotting.
Holy shit, they're rotting.
Look at that one that's about like 2 inches long.
Oh, my God.
Mucus dripping.
Oh, shit.
The
Oh,
smell
wow.
coming out of that mouth.
Hold on, I gotta tweet this.
That is a bad one.
Keep that close.
Yeah, that does look like meth mouth.
Those are fucking terrible.
Oh, wow, is that bad?
I read that Sinead O'Connor called the cops on him because he was to stop him from doing heroin years ago, and he was mad, but he said stop
Really?
them. Yeah, because I guess he was doing a lot of dope too.
And I guess she was pals with him or something?
Yeah, they do a duet together in some movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some song they did together, which is not bad.
Someone was on Wikipedia this weekend.
I really was, dude. Because I'd never heard of the band. I mean, I've heard of them, but I'd never listened to them.
Yeah, I never listened.
Dirty old town.
But they're hardcore Irish. Like wow. One of their songs was in The Wire in the fucking funeral scene, like on the pool table. That was a Pogue song.
shit, yeah.
Where they played that Irish tune. That was
right.
Pogues.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
So I had a mild familiarity with them. But I'm like, how did I
And Joe
know?
was playing that at the party.
Dirty
Yeah,
Old Town.
yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, my brother's got a cool rig now that's like so small, and it's great for like a small little acoustic gathering. Takes him 2 minutes to fucking set up. No PA, no fucking big thing, and it works. Sounds great. We're all just warbling songs and fucking around, and good time.
I thought about you and your brother, like from the old days, the band days.
Oh, yeah.
Because, by the way, I was invited to Ant's party, so people should relax.
Of course.
Even Jimmy called me, but
I texted you before I left.
I already had plans. I was hoping I would make it to your party, but I already had some things.
And it
going on.
was kind of a last minute. I put the word out, like, yeah, because I wasn't sure of the weather too. The weather was supposed to be shitty. By
Turned out
Thursday,
all right.
they were saying the weekend weather's going to be shitty, and then it turned out to be pretty cool.
I was getting on one of those ferries, and the band was loading in on the ferry for their gig, and I was thinking, God damn
yes.
it, that was Ant and his brother way back in the day,
Going over to fucking.
And I was studying the
watch
guys,
shows.
and I'm like, oh, these guys think that they're going to get that one break.
the break
and
coming.
That's it. And that's
They
it.
got the big break is it coming.
And then I heard them later on during the weekend, and they were just playing some fucking Bob Seger song.
Yeah. Oh God, what are you gonna do?
Your destiny is made, sir.
We did the air show Saturday.
Yeah.
Went out on Keith's boat. Went out by It's right in the waters out there by Jones Beach Theater, by the Needle out there.
Oh, the serial killer dumping ground.
Yeah, serial killer dumping ground / air show.
I was in the serial killer dumping ground just to join you with this story, and the whole time I'm wondering if I'm going to get a whiff of a dead body that they haven't found yet.
One little breeze hits, and you're like, for a split second, hey, wait a minute,
I hope the rest of
people.
the country understands what you're about to say and where I was. This is where everyone goes. It's very popular beaches and clubs and all that shit. And I was walking around going, I wonder if I'm going to sniff something that they haven't found yet.
Yeah.
And now that the summer's here, it's creepy. All those stories in the news reports during the early spring, late winter, who cares? But now we're back in those areas. And it's fucking creepy. But anyway, you're at the air show.
Oh, yeah. The air show is pretty cool. I was a little bummed because I guess the Blue Angels are grounded.
Why?
They got grounded. Well, their head guy, the leader, the team leader, he got in trouble for a low altitude, flying at too low altitude at the last air show.
Really?
So they gave him the boot, and they're all tied up. And then there was supposed to be a F-22 Raptor there, and then the whole F-22 fleet got grounded for some mechanical difficulties. But we did have A-10 Warthog, which are cool as fuck, P-51 Mustang, B-29, an old school B-29, B-17, and then an FA-18 that came out and did some high-speed passes and shit. And we've gotten so used to having cameras that are right there on your phone, instantaneous. You can take a picture, if you're on the street and shit like that. But you don't realize until you have a good fucking camera how much you sacrifice with these little cameras. Because you're taking a picture at an air show, and you know what you're getting?
Nothing.
A dot in the sky.
Right.
So Melissa had her Canon out with her, and she's taking pictures of these planes that were fucking unbelievable. She took a picture of the A-10, which looked like a speck in the sky most of the time, moving at very high speed. She took a picture where you zoom in and see the fucking pilot.
No.
The pilot's in there. And you see his oxygen mask on the pilot. That's how the detail. And an F-18 on doing a knife edge pass where you see the vapor being sucked out of the air above the wings. Just cool-ass fucking pictures. I'm like, you ought to be a gunner.
How low are these things?
At some points, they're real fucking low, within a few hundred feet of the water.
Oh, wow.
And other times. Well, the F-18 will be that low, and then within seconds, it's as high as where airliners are, at like in the 20s and 30,000s of feet. And then back again. He goes, all right, he's going to take another pass back. He's going to swing around. By swing around, they mean that fucker flies like over Manhattan, turns around, and he's back within like a minute. It's the amount of distance these things cover are astounding.
Is that the WOW plane?
The speed. yeah, the WOW plane.
Linger longer.
The biplane. And we were listening to the simulcast on one of these Long Island radio stations.
WBAB.
Dude, that's what I thought it was going to be. It was even worse. It was
BLI.
some horrid station.
He's falling.
And this guy,
that's what they do.
They get the planes, especially these aerobatic planes, the propeller or biplanes, even the monowing planes. They throw the plane around where they'll be flying. They go straight up and then fling the rudder around where the plane just starts spinning in the sky. Look, how do the wings not rip off? Look at him. He just flung his plane upside down. And
how does that not?
How do you know where you are?
I'm like, how do you not fling the wings off the plane?
But how do you know where you are? You just got to read your instruments, obviously.
A lot of times it's, you know you're going up. You know what your altitude is going into it, so you'll know what it is coming out of it.
Right.
And all you got to do is get your nose back down, get the speed up, and pull out. But a lot of these guys also, some of the aerobatic planes have markings on the canopy, and they know them by heart. So they'll look out the side and see a certain markings lined up with the horizon and know exactly where they are.
Oh, wow.
At a certain time.
My question is, how do you start doing that? I always wonder that shit. Because you have to get in one of those and do your first trick.
Yeah.
What is it, just an easy rollover
It's
or
probably
something?
something pretty easy.
Fast forward a year and you're flipping and flopping and
Yeah.
throwing the plane all over the sky.
There was one plane that had so much power and it was so light that he went into a climb and just stayed there, hovering with his plane, just using the propeller thrust to hold him in a hover. In one place, he's just sitting there. Wah!
Wow.
Straight up and down.
That's pretty awesome.
It was amazing. And people said they were having, my buddy Joe Curry said he was having a great time at Republic Airport, where all these planes were taking off from, just watching them, watching that side of it. Watching them taxi around and take off and shit. You get up close and see like a fucking... There's one B-29 left that's still flying in this country called Fifi. And it's a real, old school World War II B-29 they restored. B-17s. Just watch those old planes. A P-51 Mustang flying wingtip to wingtip with an A-10 Warthog. Yeah, you see that thing take off? You know how loud that fucking thing is?
Just goes straight up, right?
Yeah, straight up. Look at that thing. Just ballistic, straight the fuck up. Upside down, just giving Long Island a show.
Why don't you do that experience?
I never thought of it, to tell you the truth.
You should.
I never even gave two thoughts to actually going to Republic Airport and watching these things take off.
No, be in one of these.
Oh, in them?
You can.
Yeah, that's
like
another thing.
The Blue Angels experience, whatever it is.
Hey, look, I just got into a fucking race car and did that. This would be a little different.
Hey, speaking of race cars, did that guy really fucking crash on the last lap?
Yes.
I don't watch the Indy500 every year.
Oh, fuck.
But I'm kind of
amazing.
I'm kind of bummed I didn't watch this year. The guy...
Oh, JR, yeah, he
had the race,
dude,
and he crashes on the last lap?
He had it. He won the fucking thing.
Were you watching this thing?
No, I saw the replay. I was outside having a party.
Right.
But he comes around the last turn.
He's way in the lead, right?
He's totally in the lead.
No one's
on his ass.
Him.
No one's going to get him. He's going around. He just passed the main stretch.
I haven't seen this yet.
Now he's in the back stretch.
Okay.
It's an oval. Now he goes into turn 3.
Right.
Comes out of turn...
Everything is good so far.
Now, the problem is he's lapping somebody, and I think for a split second, that's all it takes. I think he got distracted.
But why did he have to even lap the guy at that point?
Well,
he has a really big lead.
The guy's lapping is going pretty slow. And he's like, all right, I'm going to lap him around the corner. He gets distracted, I think, and loses his line and hits the fucking wall.
Are you fucking...
What a dummy. You'd hope the momentum would take him across the finish line.
It. Yeah, look, because the finish line's right there.
Where?
Oh, what a choke
my
on his
It's right there. It's right there.
Now he's 31st.
It's right there.
Oh, what a dope.
And this guy's like, holy shit, I just won the Indy500, but because that guy crashed. And he's like, holy shit, I lost because I just crashed.
What place did Crash Guy come in?
I don't know.
Because he made it across the finish line.
He did slide across.
It looks like only 3 or 4 cars passed him.
He came in second? Yeah, he came in second. He slid across in his shit car second.
Pretty impressive he was able to get across the line with a
total
tire
momentum.
sideways.
Yeah.
What a fool. What did he say about it? Besides,
I don't know what the story is behind it, but that was a bad mistake.
What did he have?
He was a split second away from winning the Indy 500. At that speed, that's 1 fucking second, and you're the winner.
For the rest of his life,
he's going to be like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" He
might make him more famous though.
Because
that's something you just don't see every day. They'll be showing this clip.
Not even the last lap. It's one thing to be on like turn 1 of the last lap or something and be like, "Oh fuck," or there's someone right on your ass. But this guy, first of all, he didn't have to drive so aggressively with like no one behind him right on his ass.
Was he a rookie or something?
But he comes around.
Oh, he is, right?
He lost concentration. I swear. You look at, he's passing that other guy.
But that guy, right? Oh, that's
that other guy's being lapped. So that's the winner. Here it is. Look, he passes him.
Gotcha.
And you can see he's swinging out. Wham!
Oh, hits the wall on the right side.
Looks
obviously.
like the front end kind of lost it for a clip. It went like, Bop.
Oh my God!
I don't know. Me being a professional,
Boom.
Race car driver now.
Wait, so that's the car he passed. So that's not going to be.
Yeah, that's not going to be it.
Hold on. So
here comes first place, guy.
That's first place.
Yeah,
and that's the car he passed.
Lapped cars.
Second place.
Second place.
Shit.
Oh man, they got to be like,
are
you
team?
shitting me? That's the team that won. Oh no, that's his team.
Oh my God!
Look at him. God damn it! I don't know what happened.
Oh my God!
Son of a bitch! Fucking.
Oh, he had it won.
Wow.
Yeah. For the rest of his life, he'll regret that.
He was less than a quarter mile from the finish.
Yeah, he fucked up. That's a second away. That's like 1 second. You win. No, second earlier. Nope.
Nobody cares about being more famous. Like the agony of defeat guy, he doesn't look at it like, hey, that clip was all over Wide World of Sports.
Yeah, cares.
He's like, I fucking lost.
The joke was, I bet he wishes it was the Indy 499. That's a good joke.
Yo, the Indy 200 or something.
He's even smaller.
That's why I said that.
All right.
Let me say hi to Tom in Huntington. Tom.
You.
Let's go, brother.
Hi, Tom.
What's going on? You guys didn't watch the NASCAR race later on that day with Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran out of gas at the last turn?
Yeah, shit.
Right
out of fuel on the last turn.
190 down to about a buck.
Oh, he ran out of gas.
Was he in the lead?
Yeah, he's in first place.
What a weird fucking weekend for racing.
He was ready to win.
Ready to win. He already had his campaign out.
Damn.
So what place did he come in?
31st.
Oh, he didn't even make it over the...
He made it over, but he had to keep it at like 1,000 RPM or something.
Oh, so he barely...
So two crazy finishes this weekend.
I think Adam Ferrara waved the green flag at that race to start them all up. I saw a video.
That's pretty cool.
Of him like waving the flag, and he's all happy like a little kid that he is. Ooh.
Adam?
Yeah. Yeah, because he's on that show Top Gear.
Thank you, Tom.
Right.
And there you have it. Wow, I didn't know he ran out of gas.
Yeah, wow. That seems to be a real fucking error on the part of the team. You know, there's people that's supposed to keep track of that. Maybe if he pitted, he would have fucking used up too much time and wouldn't have won anyway.
If you talk to hardcore NASCAR guys,
yeah,
I bet you they would tell you, that should happen more because they're really trying to figure it out to the drop sometimes.
Yeah, that's just it.
They miscalculated, obviously, so someone's going to be in.
You probably thought like, you could come in and refuel and really, have a hard time getting back in at first, or give it a try. Cross your fingers, hope you got it.
Right.
And then, whoopsie.
Wow. Can we talk about horse herpes when we get back? Me and Ann were watching this before the show.
I don't know. I think it's hotter on the little pogo ponies.
I know, but I don't understand what this story's about, but they're showing the clip over and over again.
It's one of these dumb county fair things.
It's these asshole contestants having to run around on hobby horses.
They call it a stick horse, I guess.
Oh, humiliating.
Because the actual horses have herpes.
Yeah,
and they're young
horse herpes.
They're young teens that look pretty fucking hot.
Yes.
Little young cowgirls.
Yeah, they dress them up like little cowgirls, and I'm not sure, but it seems to me the competition isn't so much like she looks like she's 20, but she's got braces on.
Than with a real horse. It'll give you experience for, things. If you happen to have a problem like this later in life, you already have the experience of riding a stick horse.
Yeah, you'll be riding a stick horse
There are now
soon.
75 confirmed cases of horse herpes in 9 Western states.
What is? I mean, obviously we know herpes, but what is horse herpes?
I don't know. Equine herpes virus.
Well, why can't they sit on them?
Because they're young girls. You don't want to fuck those vaginas up that early in life.
Just sitting on a saddle on one of these horse herpes?
Well, I doubt it.
A horse with herpes,
I think the horse may need a rest.
Yeah, probably makes the horse ornery.
Yeah, probably the horse is probably like, I got a herp.
To run with a vaginal lip sore.
Yeah.
Traipsing around.
Horrid.
Fucking Jean Bonnet on his back. He's annoyed.
Jean Bonnet.
We're going to get more info on that story after the break.
Yes.
We need to know. All right, want to step aside here.
I love this. Opie and Ant, I love you, but you don't know anything about auto racing. It's so obvious. You know what? We never said we did, dummy. I even made a joke about the fact that I'm an expert now because I went 6 laps in a stock car. That was called sarcasm, dirty move, posse, whatever the fuck your cunt now bounced fuck name is. What? Oh, you're an expert? What do? Are you a fry cook? What do you do that you're a fucking expert? Sit in front of a television and watch NASCAR? So you're a pro? Go blow your father, you fucking queer. Shut up. You're so gone. I don't need this guy in my life. Fuck you.
Didn't we say it just before we started discussing that we don't really know much?
We said we don't.
And then we were guessing?
We said we don't know, and I'm speculating that this might happen. You obviously don't know. Shut up.
And then didn't we kind of throw the word out there, if you know a little more than us, please call?
Yeah.
Because we want to get to the bottom of this.
And now you obviously don't know me. You've been watching the show or listening to the show how long? You don't know the fact that you put something out there, you bounced? Fuck yourself!
This will be my...
You'll blow your father. Yes.
This will be my guess.
Horse herpes.
This will be my guess.
Yeah.
I think when you go into the pit, sometimes it's a timing issue, and you're like, fuck, we can't spend time fueling up this motherfucking car. We're going to give you just enough, and we're going to hope that we can get you to the finish line, because that's our only choice, because if we do give you more fuel, you're not going to fucking make up the distance when you get back on the track. That's my guess. Let's go to Steve in Rochester.
And let me say something before Steve talks.
Because I don't think they're not that stupid.
What?
So I think that was a fuck, we can only give you just enough here, and we got to hope for the best, and unfortunately they got burned. That's going to be my guess. What's your guess?
To that fucking idiot, I happen to know for a fact that times that you pit, the time you choose to come in and pit, is an integral part of fucking racing.
Right.
That I do know.
We all know
Should
that.
we change tires on this lap? Should we wait it out and hope for a yellow flag? There are times that you decide whether or not to pit. It's part of the fucking game. So fuck you. That's all I was saying. Yeah, cocksucker. I bounce it and then I still yell at him.
Because Dale Jr., I mean, he's been around, duh. Yeah. So obviously they were taking a chance and they got fucking burned. That's what I'm going with. Steve in Rochester, who seems to know more than us. What do you got, Steve?
Hey, I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but I was listening to the race, and Dale's team knew that he was low on fuel, and told him, "We're in the business to win races. Let's go for it."
There you go. See, let's go for it. They take a chance. It's a calculated risk.
Right. They're doing all the numbers.
So fuck it. You know,
I heard he came in 7th.
7th?
Yeah.
Not 31st.
Well, that's a lot different than first, though.
Ran out of the fuel and had a fucking...
Or is it? Is 7th just as good? I think 7th is just as good as first in NASCAR, because I'm a pro and know everything.
Because we don't know nothing. I think 7 is good, too.
Cock.
All right, sir. Thank you. Let's say hi to Chris in Indiana. Chris?
Good morning, boys. How you doing?
You know NASCAR?
No, I was talking about Indy, and I know you know exactly what you're talking about, but the reason why that guy crashed on Sunday was when he went outside, he was trying to lap that guy. When you get outside that track in Indy, you lose all your traction, and they call it getting into the marbles, and that's exactly what that dumbass did.
He got out of the groove.
But is he a dumbass? It looked like he had to get past that guy somehow.
Yeah, but he had a 4-second lead.
He didn't have to go around that fast, and probably...
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost won the race by putting it into the wall anyway. I mean, he had a 4-second lead. He didn't have to do it. All he had to do is just cruise through. He would have won.
Did the guy who was lapping, did he have to be there in the fucking, in the sticky part of the track? Couldn't he have been high?
They pretty much all do. When you're, you know, when that car's going 200 miles an hour, you need that groove.
Yeah, that slowpoke wasn't going no 200 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Fairy Mary.
Yeah, how about that asshole fucking moves out of the way and does the right thing for the race?
Well,
why was he still trying to do anything if he's getting lapped?
Yeah, really.
As they're coming in.
Couldn't disagree. I couldn't agree with you more, man.
And let's be honest, the Indy500 is kind of cool to watch, but the rest of the Indy races, who cares?
I agree.
It's all about NASCAR, which I know that's going to piss off a lot of Indy people.
Well, if you're passing somebody like that, and you're going to get out of the groove for a second, perhaps you should have backed off a little bit.
I guess I would have blamed his pit crew, telling him, man, you know, hey, you got a 4-second lead. You don't need to push it. You don't need to, to get across at 220, man. Just cruise through. You got a 4-second lead.
Obviously, there was some inexperience at play here.
Oh, yeah. He's a rookie.
He's a rookie. And then maybe his team were a bit on the inexperienced side, too. They fucked up.
How did the driver with the pussy do?
Yeah.
The only thing that would have made...
Was there a driver with the pussy?
Yeah, Danica.
Oh, Danica was in the race. All right, thank you, sir. I got to cut you off because the guy that Ant just yelled at is on the line. Chris from West Virginia. Chris?
What's up?
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah.
Showed him.
Yeah,
what are you getting on my shit for?
Oh, come on, man. You guys talk about racing, and it's like, oh, well, you know, you just say stuff that is wrong.
All right, like what? But give us an example of what was said that you went like, oh, that's stupid, or
I think we sort of got it.
Yeah, what's an example? Go ahead.
I don't know.
It's early in the morning.
Well, you just said
you said we say stupid things and we
so
don't
now
know
we're
what we're
calling you
talking about.
out.
So now mention something stupid we said that we don't know what we were talking about, and then you correct us.
Yeah, you can't
That's
just-
how life works.
You can't just write stupid shit and then not back it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. We're giving you a chance to back it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you say like, oh, well, that's a problem with the team with Dale Jr. Well, I mean, they obviously, they pack the car as much as they can,
You sound stupid on the radio.
Wow, you really are just a babbling fuck.
You're an idiot.
Listen to you. You can't even explain yourself. Use words to explain yourself. Go ahead.
Well, it's always nice to be noticed.
Well,
Yeah.
you did. It's like sometimes Ant will attack somebody and we'll go, well, maybe that guy was just saying. But you totally justified him attacking and banning you.
Yeah, what's wrong with you,
I didn't ban him. I bounced him. He could come back.
And you have-
eventually.
And you don't even have anything. You
Bans
don't even
only go out to people of certain ethnic backgrounds.
good.
Yes, yes.
You don't have any. Do
you have
one
nothing.
example.
You have nothing on this. What do you think happened, Chris?
We even said it was the team's call, and Dale, was in touch with the team. Everyone said go for it. Obviously, there was, it was close enough where, yeah,
The team doesn't know how much fuel's in the car.
they don't know how much fuel's in
They're
the car,
communicating with each other.
so they don't know how much fuel's in
What
the
is
car.
wrong with you? What do you think happens?
You don't think with all the calculations they make, they don't know? Not exactly, but they don't know how much fuel's in the car.
But an experienced driver might go, holy shit, this is going to be fucking close. What do you guys think? And
Yeah.
they get a little back and forth going, and then they say, we're in the business of winning races. Go for it.
So they don't count, laps and speed and know how much fuel is in that car and ask them to come in and pit. It's just willy-nilly like, hey, why don't you come on in and pit? We think you might need some fuel.
Well, the guy who won the race had pitted just around the same time as Junior, and you know what? He had fuel.
Well, I guess he had a little more fuel than...
He saved fuel by running at a slower pace.
You're just stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy.
He was also saving fuel by running at a slower pace, and also was in second place until Dale ran out of fucking gas, which no one expected that to happen. So you saying the guy was saving fuel and figured, I'll just settle for second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Get Kevin Harvick on the phone. He said, hey, you know what? If I'm not going to pass anybody, I'm just going to sit here and run. He settled for second place.
So drivers go out there going, I hope I just want to make second place today.
If you're points racing, yeah. It's all about the championship. Who cares about winning a race?
Well,
they kind of want to win.
I don't know.
Individual races.
Yeah, you kind of want to win, but you know what? Wouldn't you rather have a championship?
Well, Kevin just texted me, and he said that he was not trying to settle for second place.
Okay.
Yeah, we know him. We follow him on Twitter. By the way, there was 4 pussies in the Indy500 this year.
4?
Thank you, Reese. All right, Chris, I guess you made your point.
Yeah, kind of. In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Doing this radio is hard, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys should really get paid more money.
Thank you.
It's really hard. I love the people that stay home thinking they know what they're doing. It's tough,
This
isn't
is really hard.
Yeah, it is.
You guys need more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
I agree.
All right, Chris.
More money.
That was a great exercise because when you do get one of these people on the phone, they have nothing. Wow. In the end. Absolutely nothing.
I'm so close to banning him. But I'm just going to leave him bounce because I want to see if he comes back, a tortured fucking hero. And then I'll just bounce him.
I think his life's so sad that this is all he's got, so you should ban him.
It's the only bright spot in my life. It's the only bright spot in my life.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
He's like LaMotta being thrown in jail.
It was horrible.
It was brutal.
Friday's
man.
show with Bobo
brutal.
was great. He was so upset, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Why are we switching roles?
No, that was.
I tapped out.
I
You
would
used to
do
tap
that.
out in the old days.
No, you know why? I knew we were going to let him off the hook.
Yeah,
before
brutal.
Before we left.
Yeah, but when I grabbed fucking Stalker Patty's wig back in the day, You were having a tough time with that, and I knew at the time that we were going to let her back.
Yeah, but we're
kind of switching roles a little bit.
No. Here's the difference between those two. Here's the difference between those two.
Yeah.
Once you took the wig, you took the wig. She's like, now there's no returning that.
Right. But
the moment of utter horror with her without the wig was the moment.
But it was similar to the Bobo thing because she thought she was done as far as the show goes.
No.
That's why we were escorting her out and grabbing the wig at the last second.
But that isn't what upset her. What upset her was the fact that she was seen without the wig. And that couldn't be replaced.
She had her head shaved in front of 10,000 people.
No, it was growing in, remember? She was very upset with people seeing her. People seeing her was the upsetting part. That couldn't be returned. With him saying that he's off the show, all you have to do is go, you're not off the show anymore, and it's returned back to normal.
Right.
And he was all calm, and everything was fine.
That was the equivalent of Patty crying at the prospect of the wig being taken and not actually being taken.
The prospect of it. It's like holding a gun on someone and they're like, please don't shoot me. And you don't shoot him. You shot Patty and then you're saying, yeah, but I got a medical attention.
Nah, you're into it more than you used to be.
No, just Bobo.
I think you're into it a little more than you used to be.
No, I liked it. It was fun.
I'm not saying it's bad.
It was fun.
Someone has to play that fucking role.
No, it was fun.
Can we replay the audio? I'll tell you what.
I would love to hear that.
There was one line in there that just got me.
Really?
Yeah, when he said there's a lot of shitty days and you don't understand what this show means to people.
We've all had shitty days, you retarded no-dick motherfucker.
I'm just telling you what got to me. I'm not saying, whatever. If it didn't get to you, that's fine. But that's what got to me. I'm like, fuck.
He was just going on and on. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I was kind of annoyed, too. Like, felt bad for him, but I was like, you fucking idiot, shut up.
Like, you've been kicked off the show 18 times without ever really being kicked off the show.
What are you doing, blubbering?
Don't you get it?
No, because he's,
Well, that's
and
his
that plays
problem.
into it, too.
Stop blubbering.
That plays into it, too. He doesn't fucking understand that.
Stop blubbering.
2011, why are there still tards out there? Jesus.
Do we have the fuck you?
Yeah, we'll play it after the break. We gotta take a break.
Yeah,
here.
I want to hear that fuck you.
So we got horse herpes. A guy could explain horse herpes. Hopefully he stays through the break.
Don't go anywhere.
Rich
horse
Dr. Drew lost another one. Jeff Conway. You can't tease anything anymore with social networking.
Of course.
We'll talk about that. What else? You got Wiener's peener picture, sort of controversy.
Yeah.
Another Egyptian, an Egyptian businessman accused of sexual assault in a hotel.
Yeah.
This is the second one.
Yep.
We'll talk about that.
Good guy.
Snooki arrested.
Again?
Hangover fucking part 2.
Yeah, that was fucking Monday. Holy shit, I slept until... Oh, I get the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about...
you were living it, man.
Oh, man.
All right, we got lots of time.
And there's a big story in the paper we're not going to ignore. It's a big piece of news today.
We should have mentioned it at the top of the fucking show. We'll mention it as soon as we get back. We'll start with that. Stay there.
Life
Good evening. Good evening. Food, all right. All right. No, he's dead. No, my health doesn't allow it.
Gregorio! Antonio!
Amy.